All people are special and unique in their own ways. In fact, some people have abilities that could amaze you. These include things that you may have never thought about or figured were even possible. Some people can't do things as simple as wiggle their ears or raise one eyebrow, for example. But believe it or not, there are a select few that can. There are things you think you should be able to do with your body, but if you're like 99.9999% of people in the world, no matter how hard you try, you just can't quite manage to do it. In this video, we take a look at the 10 things only 1% of people can do. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's get it on! 1. Raising one eyebrow. Apart from beating the hell out of people in the ring and acting so well, Dwayne Johnson, known to you as The Rock, has the unique ability to raise one of his eyebrows. Facial expressions are the most prominent way to describe your emotional state and to express yourself. While there are many facial expressions that only some people can do, there's one facial expression that we all have tried at some point in our life. Well, at least I've tried it. The majority of people find it hard to raise one eyebrow without raising the other. Try it out for yourself. 2. Licking your elbow. It's physically impossible to lick your elbow. The reason being that from an angle that you take, your tongue is instantly too short of reaching the tip of your elbow. There have been known claims of people possessing the talents to do this task. Unless you have an unusually sized tongue or you are incredibly flexible, you won't perform this action. If you've been blessed with a particularly short upper arm, though, combined with an abnormally long tongue, learning the right reaching technique can help you make the supposedly impossible task a reality. That would make you join the elite 1% of people. 3. Isolating one finger. Most people tend to slightly bend their ring finger when they move their middle finger or their pinky, also known as a baby finger. That said, there are people who are able to isolate their ring finger, which is believed to be hereditary, and they are pretty few. Ever wondered why that is? It's not just sticking them out either. Try stretching all your fingers out and then bending them one by one. Once more, you'll notice it's hardest to do this with the third finger. To understand why this is, you first need to know a little more about the musculature of the hand and forearm. Your thumb has the most flexibility of all the fingers on your hand, and you can shift it irrespective of how the other fingers are placed, because it has independent muscles serving it. The thumb has multiple little muscles around its base that aids in its movement and another set of muscles in the back of the hand and forearm to help straighten it from a bent position. The little finger actually moves easier than the middle and ring fingers. That's because it also has independent muscles from some movements. However, it also relies on muscles shared with the other 3 fingers for some actions, thereby limiting your control. 4. Touching nose or chin with a tongue. The ability to touch your nose or chin with your tongue is called the Gorlin sign. Only 10% of the population can do so. Are you among the handful of people who are known to pull this massive body trick? Let us know in the comment section below. 5. Hitchhiker's thumb. A hitchhiker's thumb is a thumb that's hypermobile or very flexible and able to bend backward beyond the normal range of motion. Known formally as distal hyperextensibility, this condition isn't painful and doesn't inhibit the thumb's function in any way. Your thumb's bendability is controlled by its distal interphalangeal joint, the bendy point at which the bones of your thumb are connected. People with hitchhiker thumbs have distal joints that can bend back as far as 90 degrees. This looks similar to the classic roadside hitchhiker's pose, thumbs out in hopes of hitching a ride. Hitchhiker's thumb can occur in one or both thumbs. 6. Synesthesia. Synesthesia is a neurological condition in which information meant to stimulate one of your senses stimulates several of your senses. People who have synesthesia are called synesthetes. This is a phenomenon when a person can hear colors or taste music. If you have synesthesia, you might notice that your senses tend to intertwine, giving your perceptions of the world an additional dimension. Perhaps every time you bite into a portion of food, you also feel its geometric shape, round, sharp, or square. Maybe when you're feeling emotional over a person you love, you can close your eyes and see certain colors playing in your field of vision. 7. Highly superior autobiographical memory, HSAM. Some people can recall everything as clearly as they can recall yesterday. For example, if you give them a date, they can tell you where they were and what they did in detail. Individuals with HSAM have a superior ability to recall specific details of autobiographical events, tend to spend a significant amount of time thinking about their past, and have a detailed understanding of the calendar and its patterns. So far, a number of individuals have been identified with similar abilities, and a number of research groups have begun to explore this phenomenon. Memory for public events has typically been used as a screening criterion, which is then followed by more rigorous memory testing. However, it is now clear that these tests rely heavily on expertise as well as the age of the participant. 8. Ambidextrous individuals. According to a recent study, only about 1% of people in the world are ambidextrous. This is the ability to use both hands with equal ease. Only about 1% of people are naturally ambidextrous, which equals out to about 70 million people out of the population of 7 billion. In modern times, it is common to find some people considered ambidextrous who were originally left-handed and who learned to be ambidextrous, either deliberately or as a result of training in schools or in jobs where right-handed habits are often emphasized or required. Since many everyday devices such as can openers and scissors are asymmetrical and designed for right-handed people, many left-handers learn to use them right-handedly due to the rarity or lack of left-handed models. Thus, left-handed people are more likely to develop motor skills in their non-dominant hands than right-handed people. 9. Sneezing with your eyes open. It is possible to sneeze with your eyes open, but it takes effort. Sneezing with your eyes closed is an involuntary reflex your body does to keep microbes and dirt from getting in your eyes when you sneeze. Sneezing is your body's way of getting rid of pollen, dirt, dust, and pet hair in the air. You also sneeze when you have a cold because your nasal cavity gets swollen and more sensitive, triggering a sneeze. One old wives' tale about sneezing with your eyes open claims you keep your eyes closed because your eyeballs will fall out if you leave your eyes open. It's okay if you sneeze with your eyes open, but it may not be healthy since all the stuff you're sneezing out will get into your eyes. Only a few people naturally sneeze with their eyes wide open. 10. Tetrachromacy, supervision. Have you ever heard about rods and cones from a science class or your eye doctor? They're the components in your eyes that help you see the light and colors. They're located inside the retina. That's a layer of thin tissue at the back of your eyeball near your optic nerve. Rods and cones are crucial to sight. Rods are sensitive to light and are essential for allowing you to see in the dark. Cones are responsible for allowing you to see colors. Most people, as well as other primates like gorillas, orangutans, and chimpanzees, and even some marsupials, only see color through 3 different types of cones. This color visualization system is known as trichromacy, but some evidence exists that there are people who have 4 distinct color perception channels. This is known as tetrachromacy. Tetrachromacy is thought to be rare among human beings. Research shows that it's more common in women than in men. A 2010 study suggests that nearly 12% of women may have this 4th color perception channel. This 12% of women can see 99 million colors more than the average human. Did you enjoy our video? Do you have or can you do any of these unique attributes? And if so, Which one? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below.